I was recently asked, what does it mean to think like an investment banker? So you hear a story on the news, and usually it's kind of consumed in a way where there's no critical thinking, there's no analysis done. You just hear what the person in the designer suit and the blow-dried hair is telling you, and you don't question it. That's the opposite of thinking like an investment banker. What an investment banker does is think critically, not cynically, but critically. And so some examples of this thinking might include, like, what is company A or B buying? So the way an investment banker would interpret that question is, let's say a large national bank buys a small regional bank chain. So in this case, the first thing an investment banker is going to think is, well, was that accretive? What was the strategic rationale for it? What was the deal structure? What was the enterprise value? What was the debt load on that deal? Is there enough cash flow to make it self-supporting? What is the cost of that capital, and so on? And so, say for instance, another thing, there's a story about some new startup. So the layperson is going to think, hey, cool startup. But the investment banker is going to think, well, first off, what are the comps? What was the valuation? What is the investability into that startup? What are the unit economics? Let's say it's a product company. And so the layperson might say, well, is it a good product? Is the product kind of cool? Versus the investment banker is going to think, what is the total addressable market? What are the margins? What is the monetization model? Is it a subscription model? How repeatable is that revenue? Is the competition what we call a red ocean, meaning there's a lot of competition and it's a saturated market, or is it a blue ocean, meaning there's little competition and there's a lot of room to grow and pricing flexibility? So just some thoughts on how to maybe think a little bit more critically when you hear something, or if you have your own company that you're starting up, these would be the types of questions that a professional investor that you might possibly be asking money for, not a friend, not family, not a fool, or what we call the F3 round, somebody who institutionally would be providing capital. These would be the types of thoughts that instantaneously go through their mind. And so you could either hope that you can get enough F3 money, or you could do the hard thinking and see if it'll stand up to the rigors of the investor class. I suggest you take door number 2.